I think those shots give you the idea. There's one shot that kind of lingers on the wire cutting into his arm. So the question's whether it's a cumulative thing.
See, later on too, we've got a real big close-up of it where it looks like it's cut his arm in half, haven't we?
Yeah, and I'm thinking that I think that here the audience has gotten it subliminally, that wire is wrapped around his arm and has cut his arm. Without the one that looks like it's cut it to the bone is the one that I think is too much. That one.
That's the one.
There we go.
That's the bastard. Okay, cool.
That's one.
That's the one, isn't it? That's the offender.
That's really the offender. We're working to try to earn our PG-13 rating, and although the MPA will not tell you what to do, they have indicated that the violence and blood factor on this truck is too intense for the rating. So Peter and I are working to keep the integrity of the sequence, but get that PG-13, because it's very important that the young end of the spectrum of the audience, those kids who cannot drive yet, who have a big desire to drive and learn about cars and speed and all the things that this picture's about, for them to be able to see the movie. Well, that's not... God, I never would have thought that would have gotten them upset.
We're keeping it for 14 frames at the moment.
Well, what happens if we take, 5 frames off of it?
Okay.
Let's see how it looks. Well, that is still effective. He covers it very quickly.
Yeah. I don't think we've lost any of our impact if they'll accept it.
No, okay, so the question is, since we see him here, do we need this?
Let's try and...
because we could go right to the next event, which is the shotgun. We see him squiggling around on the... I mean, this is what makes it gruesome, is the guy in pain, I think.
Well, they can't say we're not trying to eliminate some of their problems either.
I think we've trimmed the script shot, we've cut we've lifted one arm shot, and now I think it's a matter of watching ourselves and trying to find shots which don't feature it.
Okay.
Like, it's not worth it for Don't Leave Me to, get a PG, get an R rating,
Well, that one could be. You could take that one out, Governor, because then we then go to another event.
Yeah. Why don't we drop
the second one?
Yeah. So that's how editing, in the case of dealing with the MPAA, we've mitigated the intensity of violence on the truck sequence to be more acceptable to the terms and conditions of getting a PG-13, which is very, very important for this film commercially.